You read that title right. I'm an environmentalist and I actually kind of hate Earth Month. And no, it's not clickbait either, I'm not lying. There are reasons why I hate Earth Month and Earth Day as an environmentalist. You have to let me know if you agree or not by the time we get to the end of it, but let's just go ahead and get right in. Hello everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all sorts of things zero waste, focusing on free, easy, and fun ways to live low waste. And if I talk a little bit too fast for you, you can change the speed of the video with the gear icon right there. First, the greenwashing. It's out of control. It's everywhere. Earth Month is full of greenwashing from big brands to small brands and everyone in between, trying to make a sale because they want us to feel bad about the planet. From Coca-Cola using green labels to companies saying they're going to cut 1% of their emissions to people saying they're going to donate 1% for the planet. This is all a little bit greenwashy. Some of these are good things. Yes, I'm not going to say that cutting emissions is bad, but we had to look at the whole company to see if they're greenwashing or if they're truly eco-friendly. And it's probably not such a bad thing during Earth Month that these brands are doing this for people like you and me who are probably pretty good at spotting greenwashing. I mean, I even fall for it sometimes. Nobody's immune to it. But for the average consumer, it can be really easy to fall for this greenwashing this time of year. And since the average consumer is probably also being bombarded with guilt during this time, like, hey, climate change is happening, it's your fault, here are things that you can do because you're the problem, they're probably feeling more likely to buy these eco swaps during this time. It's so easy for people to fall for this, and therefore it's really easy for these companies to make a quick buck, and they know it. That's why they do it. So do your best to avoid greenwashing this month and educate yourself on it. But no matter how good we educate ourselves on it, I'm just still so upset as an environmentalist that this happens every single Earth Day. Earth Month. If you've never heard the term greenwashing before, I have several videos above and below you can check out, from how to spot greenwashing, what is greenwashing, as well as a free downloadable guide. As well as I mentioned some certifications here and there, like 1% for the planet, so you can learn more about those certifications in the videos above and below as well. And you should also check out my friend Chris on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave her accounts linked down below. She did a full series in March called Is It Greenwashing or Is It Actually Sustainable?, where she dove into 31 different brands every single day of March to determine if they're greenwashing or not, so that you can look out for them this month. Another reason I hate Earth Month is, as I said, the average consumers are bombarded with guilt, even though it's not our fault. And you're probably gonna see a lot of this month as well, from companies saying like, hey, make sure you ride your bike, make sure you use a paper straw, when in reality, climate change is their fault. There was a really popular tweet a couple years ago. I think it was BP or some other big oil company that was like, what are you doing this Earth Month to reduce your carbon footprint? And someone retweeted it and replied, I'm not going to spill oil in the Gulf of Mexico. Cause like, it doesn't matter if you and I ride a bike. It matters that these oil companies are polluting and they're spilling their oil all over the planet. Yes, our small actions matter. And yes, especially when we're multiplied. If everybody quit using plastic water bottles and switched to a reusable one, that would make a huge difference. But at the end of the day, it's so much easier for one individual of one company, a billion-dollar mega corporation, an oil company, to make changes. I didn't cause climate change. You didn't cause climate change. Collectively, maybe. As well as they created this wasteful system. If we don't have access to bulk stores, if we don't have access to public transportation, that's not our fault either. That's their fault. So how dare they tell us, you know, shop plastic free, ride a bike, take the train, when we don't have access to any of that because of the wasteful system that they've created and will not change. So what I'm getting at here is, yes, your small actions matter. Do your best, but also don't fall for their guilt, because it's them. They should feel guilty for causing climate change and not you and me. But keep doing what you can. Your small actions do matter. And if you want to learn more about how the carbon footprint was created by big oil, if you've never heard of that before, you can check out this video. I think my biggest pet peeve when it comes to Earth Day is that some people, most people, generally do not care about the planet, except for this one day of the year. And I really hate seeing that, particularly from like celebrities who are like, oh my gosh, celebrating the Earth, I love the Earth. But even individuals. I'm not gonna put as much blame on the individuals, of course. I wish these individuals who cared about the Earth this one day of year cared the other 365 days this year, and you know, switched to a reusable water bottle, did this, did that, but they don't. But really, it makes me the most mad when like celebrities and companies do this, because like, what do you mean? You're celebrating the Earth once a year and then going back to polluting on April 23rd. I know, I keep saying like it's not our fault, but it really does bother me. People are like, I love the Earth, I care about the Earth, oh my gosh, I love the Earth. And then the next day they're like, oh my gosh, look at me, I love going to Starbucks and Target. You're supporting companies that are causing climate change, that are causing pollution. I just don't think there's quite that connect for a lot of people. Now I know, many people who truly care about the environment don't have the access to make changes. That's different than people who do have the money, the time, the energy to commit to living just a little bit more eco-friendly, doing a little less shopping at these wasteful companies, and they don't. I know the saying Earth Day every day is cheesy, it's a cliche, but it really is so true. If every single person cared as much as they did on Earth Day every single day of the year, and literally just made the smallest changes. If everybody just turned off their lights a little bit during the day and used natural lighting, that would literally save so much energy. I'm not saying everybody needs to go buy an EV and switch to solar and change their bank and do this and that. I'm just saying everybody needs to actively care every single day. And inherently by caring, you're going to be wanting to making some changes. And also one small action leads to the other. I started with a reusable water bottle because it saved me money. And then I got obsessed with recycling. And then I switched to reusable grocery bags. And then I did this, and then I did that, and now look at me. I truly think that once people start to care about the planet every single day and not just one day a year, that will make the biggest difference. Oh gosh, okay, here we go. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Consumerism. So many brands will be having sales this month. Eco brands, non-eco brands, and everyone in between. So there are definitely two sides to this. There are brands that are trying to make money, and there are brands that are trying to make their eco swaps more accessible during the time of the year where we celebrate the earth. And it can be very hard to distinguish the two. But there's also this, I guess, middleman who is an actual eco company who is also just trying to make a quick buck. And I hate that. And honestly, what it all comes down to is the duration of the sale. I think if an eco company or a non-eco company has a one-day sale, a very limited time sale, it's going to create scarcity mindset. It's going to get people to click and shop faster without thinking, because I don't have time to think. I only have 3 hours until the sale ends. I need this now. Because what if I miss out on the sale and then I don't get to save money and I miss out on the swap that I needed. But then there are also brands who have a sale from April 1st to April 31st, April 30th, or April 1st to April 22nd to Earth Day. They don't just have a one-day sale, they have a long sale, which gives people time to think these purchases through. Do I actually need this swap? And is this sale going to be saving me money on a swap that I was going to buy anyway? Because I think it does show you which eco companies care about profits and which ones actually care about the planet. Yes, these eco companies that do want to make a profit probably do care about the planet, because otherwise they would be creating wasteful stuff. But those who put the planet first over the profits aren't going to use these gimmicky sale tactics. I do think these sales are important. I think these sales make zero-waste swaps accessible to people who can't otherwise afford them. So if you need something during this time, you need to stock up on your Who Gives a Crap toilet paper, you need a new phone case from Pila, you need a bidet attachment, whatever you need, snag it with a sale. I will not blame you. There's many eco sales I've taken advantage of when I needed something, and a couple I bought impulsively, not gonna lie. How I personally like to avoid impulses is if I think of something, what do I want right now? If I want a new book, that's not eco, but just for example, if I want a new book, I'm not going to instantly buy it. Actually, this did happen a couple weeks ago. I saw this book on my For You page and I was like, I want that book, add to cart. And then I'm like, wait, I know nothing about this book. I know a very brief synopsis. So I did some research, I watched some more content on it, gave it a few weeks in my mind, and I could not stop thinking about this book. So I'm like, okay, I think I'll actually enjoy this book and actually read it. If you think about it every single day for several weeks, you're probably actually going to use it and want it. But if you never think about it again, that was an impulse buy, so be wary of that. I'm gonna be promoting brands during Earth Month, particularly on Instagram and TikTok, if TikTok doesn't get banned by Earth Month. It's the busiest time of year for eco-influencers, and a big time of year where a lot of us make most of our money. Just know that I vet these brands. I make sure that they're brands that I use and love and are also eco-friendly. I'm not gonna say that every single brand that I work with is perfect, but I definitely do look for certifications, for proof that they're eco-friendly. But just know that some eco-influencers will also be making greenwashy ads this time of year, which really makes me sad. If you want me to make a full video on it and spill some tea, as I'm drinking tea, let me know. Because there are some eco-influencer ads that I've seen recently that I'm like, girl, I've seen ads with diamond mining and Kroger. Those two really shouted greenwashing to me. Anyway, video for another day. The point of me bringing this up is even if I promote a brand and I love it, you don't have to instantly buy it. Yes, your views actually support me more than you shopping the link, but if you shop the link, it does support me. But bookmark the post for later. If you need a product that I recommend, come back to it later. All that to say, don't fall for consumerism, don't fall for impulse purchases just because something is on sale. We get to the end of the video. Do I actually hate Earth Month? No. I think Earth Month is amazing, and I love the time of year. It's spring. It's such a lovely time to go out and celebrate the earth as everything is blooming, starting to get warmer for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. But just like with every other holiday we've seen, I hate what consumerism has done with it. So many holidays used to be so special, and now they're just full of sales and junk and products, and I hate that. I hate that aspect of Earth Day. I do have a quick history of Earth Day that I made in 2020. It was like my first viral video. It got 5,000 views. Oh my gosh. So it's old, but it's still such a fun video. You can check it out up here. Earth Day was created in 1970 with the point of celebrating the earth and protecting the earth, to create agencies like the EPA to protect it, to reduce air pollution and physical pollution, stop climate change. It wasn't created for greenwashing and sales, but just like everything, capitalism always comes in to ruin the day. So let's avoid greenwashing, let's avoid consumerism, let's avoid the fake celebrations and get to what really matters, fighting for our home. This is our home. I don't know about you, but I want clean air and water in the future. I want to have food in the future. I want to have a home in the future. So join me in the fight. If you're looking for some ways to celebrate Earth Day, I just put out a video last week that you can check out right here. And I have 2 more videos from 2023 and 2022, around 60 ways to celebrate Earth Day, if you're looking for ways to celebrate this month. And ultimately, I think the best way that you can celebrate the Earth is by not buying anything and going out and helping the Earth in some way, planting a tree, picking up trash, educating yourself. Even you don't have to leave your home to celebrate the Earth. I made a video about that in 2020 during you know what, how to celebrate Earth Day from home if you're a homebody. All those videos will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you have a lovely Earth Month, Earth Day with me. Let's see, where will I be? I'm filming this right here, but I will actually be somewhere probably in Michigan for Earth Day. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but thank you so much again. I appreciate your time, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I will see you in the next video, but until then, remember that your small actions make a big difference in the long run. Bye guys. I didn't breathe at all. Doing that, holy moly. Goodbye. From Coca-Cola using green labels to companies saying they're gonna cut 1% of their emissions. And remember that your small actions. I'm working here. Quiet. You wanna say hi? You're so overexposed. You look like a ghost.